Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the ThunderDome. On this, there's 21 college football games tonight, Thursday, August 29th, 2024. This program starts now. Football is happening tonight in a massive way. There are 21 D1 college football games. Now, we are excited about all of them, of course, but there's some headliners for sure. Colorado takes on North Dakota State tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Jacksonville State, right down here, takes on Coastal Carolina. That will be on CBS Sports Network. Jacksonville State favored by 3 against Coastal Carolina. People are saying, why is that a game to watch? Well, Rich Rodriguez is the coach of that team, and they were on TV maybe 5 times last year, and it was all like 21-point comebacks, fourth quarter drives, long touchdowns. What? They are electrifying. They got a whole new team over there. So does Coastal Carolina. That should be a great, great game. And then UNC travels to Minnesota to take on PJ Fleck's boat rowers, plus all the other action that we have taking place. It is a beautiful time to be alive. For 5 straight days, there will be real college football games. And then obviously the NFL starts. And then all of a sudden, guess what? We are full board the football train. I can't wait. I'm so incredibly excited. Biggest home opener since 1998, they're saying. Yeah. Penn State's coming in. You got college football playoff implications, both in the Big 12 and the Big 10, immediately after week 1. Now, of course, with the new 12-team system, you can lose and still make it into playoffs, which is a beautiful thing. Takes a lot of pressure off a lot of people, makes a lot of, for instance, my team. If I make 2 kicks, we probably go and win the national championship. But we lose 1 game, and since we're in the Big East at that time, you're gone forever. There's been a lot of schools that have been like that. Florida State last year didn't lose a game, but happened to lose a couple of their quarterbacks and their star players, and they didn't get in. So now, college football playoff implications are certainly on the line. You lose a game, you can still make it in. But if West Virginia wins this game, all of a sudden, it's like a springboard. I don't want to say a fast track into the college football playoff, but for real, especially in the Big 12 where it's wide open. And like strength of schedule, beating Penn State, like that would be huge. And if Penn State beats this West Virginia team, and West Virginia goes on to be what we think they're going to be with a lot of returning starters, like this is going to be a good win for Penn State in a Big Ten that could have 4 teams make it into the entirety. So when you talk about massive implications this early in the season, it's happening in Morgantown. And Morgantown is very much like, we want to host it. From what I've been told, it's like all hands on deck all weekend. They're understanding what Morgantown, West Virginia is going to be like. It is a good time town. And it's like, hey, let's go ahead and do this. Penn State fans, you will be very welcomed and you will have a good time. You will get shit talked. Like that is certainly going to happen. But when you come to Morgantown, know it's going to be a good time. Like you are going to get shit talked. It is going to be a lot of that. But it's a good football town. But if West Virginia beats Penn State on Saturday, that game's over at like 3:30, right?
It'll be tailgating for 18 hours.
That's what I said. From our show. That's a long
Monday off.
Long way, Monday off.
Sunday.
And we're seeing 3 of like the biggest stars in college football who, as opposed to, like you said, just saving it all for yourself and being really flashy with it around campus, spreading the wealth with their teammates. Like, it's awesome.
Shador just got a Nike deal. I assume that there's going to be, he's giving away a bunch.
I think. He did Beats as well.
Beats, and then I assume he's going to do Nike. I mean, there's just going to be so much. It's like, the NFL teams are looking for that as well. Hey, who do we want to bring in? These are some things that you can pull off. And I'm not saying these are all moves to make people think that you're a good person, but if you do a bunch of moves every single day of your life to make people think you're a good person, you might be a good person.
Never been a case as unpredictable as the one that has gone on this summer between the 49ers and Brandon Aiyuk. At various points dating back to before training camp, the 49ers thought they had a deal with Brandon Aiyuk, and they didn't. They thought there was a trade with the Cleveland Browns, and then there wasn't. A trade with New England was coming together until it wasn't. A trade with Pittsburgh was going to happen until it didn't. He was re-signing with the 49ers after meeting with them until he didn't. He was going to be traded again until he wasn't. Now, he was going to practice yesterday until he didn't, until he ghosted him. So, how many people have been out there also pointing out that trades with teams are done? Like, at various points, I've heard he's going to Pittsburgh. I've heard he's going to Cleveland. I've heard. Has anything gotten done yet? No. All of a sudden, at some point, when Mike Lombardi's saying the rubber meets the road, yes, when we were on Monday here, we're saying this becomes a critical week for all sides to get together, to push, to make something happen. It doesn't mean it's going to be resolved, but there certainly were going to be renewed efforts this week with CeeDee Lamb, which got done, with Jamar Chase, which seemed to be going the right way until yesterday, with Brandon Aiyuk, which continues to be a situation that has been a stalemate, with Trent Williams, which hasn't been a lot of progress so far, and with Hassan Reddick, which also a stalemate with not a lot of progress so far. But that's not for a lack of effort this week from teams and trying to make something happen, knowing that the regular season's opening 1 week from tonight.
Which is awesome. Yeah, we're all happy about it. It's very good news. Shout out to Ram Trucks.
Shout out to Ram Trucks.
I don't know if you've seen new Twisters. Glenn Powell, incredibly attractive and handsome, and certainly wrangling some Tornadors. They're driving a sick Dodge Ram truck.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, the Ram truck, the new ones, that they've come back and said, hey, we are. Don't ever forget.
Yeah.
And we appreciate them joining us.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hell of a football season with Ram. You're talking about some power.
Yeah.
Real power.
And it looks clean.
Fast, I heard as well. As you got some ponies under the hood.
We're going to need that when you're chasing tornadoes.
That's right.
You're going to need that when you're
1,000
chasing.
horsepower.
Yeah.
Mav, I read that you kind of got the deal done with LeBron and Fenway Sports Group when it came to the Liverpool ownership and just the ownership as a whole, because obviously they're in a bunch of different things. What was that process kind of like? And also, when can we expect, LeBron and yourself to start the Vegas basketball team? Or is that 2 years from now, 3 years from now? When's that going to be?
That's a great question. I didn't know you guys covered the EPL on the Pat McAfee Show.
Oh,
I didn't know you guys had range like that.
Oh, buddy, we got depth.
Range.
We got depth. Journalism. They said it yesterday.
Journalism.
Yeah,
that's true. So we've been involved with Liverpool since 2011. It's been a great ride, being a part of that club. We've had lots of winning times. We had our great manager, Jurgen Klopp, who just retired and stepped down. But we've had a fun time. And Fenway Sports Group are the best, I believe I'm biased, the best sports management company owning teams in the country, in the world, I think. And LeBron is dead set on owning an NBA team, but he's still playing. And I have no idea how much longer he's going to play. I would have thought he would be done a few years ago. But he looks, he's out there with the beard now, with the gray, still letting the young guys know Grandpops is out here still balling.
We still got the hair, though. He's had
a little bit. He's got a little bit, Pat, not much.
He's had the same, though. Feels like for 15 years now. The same exact amount of hair.
He's fighting, holding. It's the Dana White couldn't promote a better fight than he's having with.
That Brohio thing has caused quite a story because they think it's a plant. Because I saw one particular account saying, Brohio's got a Wolverine on his desk? Okay. Okay.
Wow.
I guess there's a Wolverine in the corner of the shot. It might have been AI. Once again, you don't know what's real and what isn't real.
Idea.
I didn't notice it. But when that Brohio character showed up with the sunglasses on,
awesome.
In the full, it wasn't even a ski mask. It was like a different mask that I've ever seen somebody do an interview in. I'm like, classic Ohio, first of all. I was like, is that AJ Hawk? And I saw the traps weren't anywhere near
the hands weren't all
what it was. But like the way it all went down and now.
Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Taking a plane. Not driving on country roads. But we will be back there in good hair color flow, kind of what's that called?
Just for men?
Salt and pepper?
Pepper. Ombre. It's kind of an ombre kind of hair color change as it goes from the top all the way down to the bottom.
Sweet.
Which I love there. Scott Salvador from New York. Congrats on second place. And then Holden Stevanic. I don't know.
Holden got
He's not taking
Wow.
it serious. Holden's making a joke out of it.
What?
I mean, his nickname, the Rebellious Ruffles. So
He's got a
money.
Jeff Gordon jacket
Now-
on. He's not making a joke out of anything.
Let's go ahead and look down at the bottom.
This was the toughest division right here to judge. So Scott won it back-to-back years, and he lost out for the Triple Crown by a half a percentage point after the calculations came in from fan votes, money raised, and judging. But Todd, man, I mean, I want to be Todd Grubb when I grow up. You know what I mean? I mean, look at that.
Yeah, man.
That dude he must live in Florida.
$20,000 money raised. This guy really wanted to help out the vets.
Look at that. You can't be from Michigan.
Looks like Capaccio.
How about mullet nickname? Flow Motion for me.
I like that.
I like Flow Motion a lot.
You see Scott's the Lord's drapes.
Oh, geez.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, he's back-to-back champ.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, my God. Scott, incredible performance out of you.
Hell yeah.
Just want to let you know. because to be able to keep it that healthy, for multiple years now, not an easy thing to do. Got to obviously condition. Gonna have to wash.
Right.
Gonna have to pamper.
There's some oils in there.
You get it. All that stuff. Jared, you still rocking a mullet down there?
Oh, absolutely. So I'll be honest. It was down to about here, and then I got a little summer trim up, and they took a little too much off. I cried a little bit, but
That'll happen.
we're rocking it. We're rocking it till we're in the grave.
Yeah, Connor didn't go back to a barber that would come to our office for 6 months because he trimmed too much off
It
the
was
bottom.
messed up.
Yeah, listen, coaches are going to hate me. Training camp is overrated. Football is year-round these days. Training camp is a money ploy for the organization. You can go straight into game week with as much practice as we put in through the offseason with weightlifting, OTAs, mini camps. As you know, AJ, the whole playbook's in. We start all the way back from cover 2 again in training camp. And if you don't know cover 2 by the time you're in the NFL, just go. If you don't know how to tackle somebody, just leave. I think training camp is so overrated, and you could go right into week practices. I mean, I had some of the best games not practicing, right? Because your body's healthy. I think there's a certain level of, it's like boxing. You got to spar to a certain level so you know who's afraid to get hit and who's not. But at some point, it's the mental game. It's being fresh. Whoever's freshest, whoever's healthiest on Sunday is going to have a greater chance of winning. So the days of training camp, I believe, are antiquated.